everybody. So today is Friday, January the 10th, and I wanted to do a video just addressing some questions that some of my friends, Facebook people, I've been getting inboxes from people have been commenting on my video. And so there's two specific questions that I've been asked that I want to address. So the first question I was asked is PCOS. So if those of you that don't know, PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome. It happens to be something that I have. It can, for most women who have it, they struggle with fertility. So the question that I was asked is, how does the weight loss surgery, any weight loss surgery, whether it be lap band, sleeve, gastric bypass, duodenum switch, how does that affect PCOS? So I was one of the individuals that have been fortunate enough to have children before the weight loss surgery. So I was able to successfully make both of my babies using Clomid, which is a fertility drug. But I want to talk about my cycle and what that experience has been like since I've had the surgery with having PCOS. So prior to, with PCOS, I didn't have a consistent cycle. So, you should get your cycle every month between 21 to 28 days apart. I've never done that. Since I was 11 years old and I started my cycle, I've never done that. So I would mostly get a cycle once or twice a year. And when I would get it, it was very heavy and it would last 7 to 10 days, sometimes shorter. It just really depends. So, and I cramp really, 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 really bad and grow hair all on my chin. I mean, just hairy. And those are some of the side effects of PCOS because you have extra testosterone. Again, everybody's body is different. Every woman's body is different. But that's been my experience. So, to address the question, I notice now I have an IUD. So since I had the surgery, I noticed that I don't cramp as nearly as bad as I used to before getting the surgery. So that has been one plus for myself with getting the surgery with the combination of my PCOS. I noticed that I'm not as moody. Now, my husband might not agree with that, but for me, I noticed that I'm not as moody. So I think the surgery and maybe even coupled with the IUD help. But I'm not really sure about the IUD because I had the IUD before I got my surgery and I was still quite moody. I still cramped a lot. So I really think the surgery has attributed to that. Now, I do go for a checkup with my OBGYN when I hit the 3-month mark on my surgery. So it'll be sometime in February. And one of the things that he's going to do is he's going to take a look at my ovaries to see if I've had any more fibroids to grow or if they are starting to shrink. Now, I have a good friend of mine, and I'm not going to say her name or share too much of her information, but I know that since her having the surgery, it has made a big difference. She has PCOS as well with her. So she did, share that with me. I am in a support group on Facebook of women who have PCOS and have had gastric bypass or the sleeve or the duodenum switch. And since they've had the surgery, they've had more success and they've been able to carry a child. And they weren't able to prior to. They've tried the Clomid and tried different fertility drugs and they weren't successful. And after they had the surgery, they were able to conceive. So that's as much as I know so far with PCOS and having the surgery and how it has changed in me and other people that I know or that I may have come into contact with that I can share. When I do go to my doctor's appointment for my OBGYN, I will share my results in terms of if my fibroids are growing, if they've shrunk, or if they've stayed the same since I had my surgery and since I had my IUD put in. Now, I will say this, and this is not to scare anybody. My decision on getting the IUD was because with PCOS, your uterus lining, it does not shed. So it puts you at risk of developing uterine cancer or ovarian cancer. So that was my determining factor as to why I got the IUD, to prevent that from occurring. So apparently the IUD helps with that. So that's my reason behind getting the IUD, because those are some of the side effects with having PCOS. Now, my college roommate recently asked the question. She's doing intermittent fasting, and obviously she's tried diets in the past. She's not that big, mind you, to me, but for her, she's not comfortable in her new body after having 3 babies and just life, right? So she's doing intermittent fasting right now. So she posed the question to me, how has my mindset changed after having surgery to focus on not having regained or even not slipping back into the bad habits? And I thought to myself, like, oh my gosh, she's giving me something to think about, because I don't really think I thought about that. And I want to address that, and it's going to be something ongoing that I will continue to talk about. So I think for me, the biggest thing is the joy that I have in my life right now. I'm getting emotional, but I have never been a skinny girl. Okay, my lowest weight was when I was in high school, and I was about 180 pounds. And so you think about a 14, 15-year-old being 180 pounds, I was overweight, right? So I've never been a skinny girl. And since I've started my family with my husband and I've had my kids, I've been plus size. And the joy that I feel being able to interact with my kids, it's totally different. Like, I shared a status a couple weeks ago about me taking my 6-year-old daughter Jordan to Winter Wonderfest. Now, the year prior to when I took her, I couldn't get on any of the rides. And so this last year when I took her in December, we had so much fun, and I was able to get on so many, like, I got on every single ride with her. So for me, that is what keeps me going in my mindset, knowing that I can do things now, that I wasn't able to do before, and I feel so much joy with that. Putting on my clothes, like right now today, I just have on jeans and a t-shirt, right? My jeans got rips in it, whatever. I have not been able to wear these jeans for 4 years. So me being able to fit into these jeans and this shirt, like, I've been wearing the shirt, but it definitely doesn't fit today like it did before. Like, I have room in it and I feel comfortable in my clothes. So for me, that's going to help me with my mindset. And then just also the weight loss surgery, it is a tool. So one of the things is so I've done other diets in the past, right? I've done keto. I tried Weight Watchers. I tried Jenny Craig. I tried just changing my eating and working out. And I always have slipped back into, I'm about to eat this ice cream. I'm going to eat this piece of cake. I do not care, because I want it. And I'm not going to lie to y'all, I have been having cravings, especially because I'm PMSing right now. I want a cake. My boss told me today she was going to get a Portillo's cake for the team. I want to eat a piece of that cake. So I still want to do those things, but I'm not going to do it. For 2 reasons. I've worked too hard to get where I am, and I don't want to continue to start a diet, start over again, keep starting and starting over, because realistically, I will never reach my goal. And 2, like I said, weight loss surgery is a tool. If I eat that, I am going to be sick. I'm going to dump, which means I'm going to have really, 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 really bad diarrhea, and I might throw up. I do not like throwing up. And I don't want that feeling. I don't want to gain that weight back. So for me, that's what's keeping me in a mindset to, you know what, stick to what you can eat. So that I don't experience that weight gain, because it's not fun, especially when I've worked so hard to get the 44 pounds off that I've lost, and I'm going to continue to work hard to get to my goal weight. So that's my mindset. It is not easy. So anybody that tells you that it's easy, oh, I'm just not eating that stuff, because it's not easy, because I still want to eat that. I remember being in college, eating a whole big half a gallon of ice cream by myself over the weekend. So it's like, I still have the urge to want to do those things, but I don't do it. And the difference is because I know I'm going to get sick, and because I feel like this is my last resort. Like, if I don't lose the weight now, I'm never going to lose it. And I don't want my kids or my husband to be in a position where I die or I'm sick and they got to take care of me because I chose not to live a healthy lifestyle. And so for me, that's the biggest thing and why I keep working hard at it. And some people, you know, they say you took the easy way out because you got surgery. Nothing about losing weight is easy, whether you got surgery or whether you're doing it on your own. It's hard because food is good, okay? I want a chocolate cake. I want some ice cream. My husband was eating a Reese's Pieces in the bed last night, and I'm not going to stop him from indulging in what he wants. But I'm like, I want to be like, give me a piece. But I didn't because I don't want to slide back into those habits. You know, I don't want to be 347 pounds anymore. Like, that, I don't want to do that. So I resist. Now, I will tell y'all, I ate a piece of peanut brittle. It was delicious. It was so good. But I paid for it. I didn't dump. I didn't throw up. But I felt like I was going to die. And I'm like, can't do this no more. So I gave it to Jordan. And Jordan, I'm going to tell y'all, that girl keep me accountable. She be like, Mommy, you can't eat that. She brought a payday bar home. I jokingly said, give me some. She was like, no, you cannot eat that. So it's like, I brought my family into this. So I can't let my daughter down. I can't let my son down. I can't let my husband down. So for me, it's just like, I'm not trying to let them down. Then if I let myself down, I could see if I'm not successful in losing weight this time, I see me being 500 pounds. And that's not going to be a pretty sight. So that's what keeps me motivated. That's what keeps me encouraged. I'm on lunch right now. Y'all can see I got my vitamin water. I got my regular water. And this is my lunch. 2 wings that I made in the air fryer last night and some broccoli. So yeah, that's I hope that answers your questions. And I definitely encourage you guys to inbox me, send me a message on Instagram, respond under the video. Any questions that you want me to ask, what you want me to address in any upcoming videos. Thank you guys for taking the time. This is Lady J dropping that weight, and I'll talk to you guys soon.